Hi and welcome to RCKicks. On today's show we carry on with the build of the weird and wonderful Avante chassis Tamiya Vajra, the 4x4 buggy that Tamiya kind of randomly came up with back in 2011. If you haven't seen the first build video, I'll put a link up here. And now let's crack on and get it done. What a strange looking thing. It's surprising how many people like it for its craziness, and I must admit it is growing on me. One thing that I have noticed over the last few days is there's actually no protection for the underside of the chassis whatsoever. And as you can see, the servo sticks right out, the battery sticks out, there is no protection all the way through the car. Now I have looked at putting an under tray from an Avante in here and it will fit, so I'm going to modify it and put that on here, because if you're running this you're going to basically catch all these things and damage the actual bottom tray anyway, so I will do that as a mod. So yeah, I'm surprised, being that it's supposed to be a basher buggy. Yeah, it's quite vulnerable from the underside. Anyway, I digress, so let's crack on and carry on with the build. Right, we've done the two diffs finally. Next we're going to drop the diff into the car. We're going to do the rear one first by the look of it. Now we're moving on to page 7 and we are at number 9. So we're dropping them into the rear aspect of the car. So I'm going to need this. So that wasn't too difficult. Right, now we move on to the front. And the front is pretty much the same. So there we go. So that's the front in like that. Then we take the cover and the cover goes on like so. So that's the front gears in with the front cover over the bottom gearbox. Then I need to screw down the 4 screws, which are BA6 3x10, which I'm pretty sure I've got in here. Here we go, 4 of those puppies, black, screwing in from underneath. So far nothing super difficult. The only thing that you don't really know is how tight to do your diffs, but you can adjust them afterwards anyway. But being that I've never done a Avante before. I am not sure, so I've gone a little bit tight, but not too crazy tight. Right, we now jump over to, oh bloody hell, we jumped quite far. So we now jump to page 8, which is the rear hubby doodahs. So it's the rear swing arms next. Cutting them off the spur. One like that, one like that. Oh, I'm getting a stiff neck. Maybe I'll sit down for a bit. I'm getting a stiff neck here. Bag B, where are you? Oh, you're over there. Right, okay, so let's move bag A away for a bit. And bag B. Bag B. Da, 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 da. Bag B. Is some random ball joints I'm after. Is that them? That looks more like them. Right, bag B. Okay, so we need the ball doodah bits, BB14s, and we need BB16s, which I'm assuming is those two brass things. Right, I fitted the two BB16 5mm. They're done. I now have to take the chassis and we basically fit these in here. We do nothing. Okay, we move on to another place. Now we go back to doing the spur gear. Okay, so we jump somewhere else. Lots of jumping around here. Spur gear. Then we need a bearing. Back to A, I guess. Actually lost one. I can't imagine that. I've just dropped one on the floor. Don't you love these things? They just do so much. Got it. Got it. Right, so that's on like that. That thing goes like that. Maybe I'll put a smidgen of in it. Right, I finally did it. That's what it looks like. Got to get this round the right way. I put it on the wrong way round, and then it's all like that. Not so difficult, just being a moron. Now we do a load of things at once. So I managed to get my gearing, pinion gear, lined up quite well. Bloody miracle, if you ask me. And that's the drive shaft in between the two gearboxes. Pinion gear and spur gear. Now, what do you want? Do you want me to put the lid on yet? Because I'd like to do that. We're back. I've just put the top on the rear gearbox. It's only 3 screws and I've just screwed it on, and then we'll carry on. Now we move on to the rear shock mount upright, which is very unique for this car because look at the size of it. So you won't see that on any other Avante. Now it's asking me to put these parts in. It's also asking me to use some of the grease. Job's a good one. Now it's asking for these 2 puppies. So now that's done, we basically screw it to there, like that, with BA2s.
I've got some special memories. They're all including you and me. You make me forget that I'm shy. When I'm with you, I'm pretty wild. BFFs for life. Feel so good inside. I'm yours and you're mine. Always there, always with you, yeah.
That. So that's page 10, section 17. We now move on, flipping that over. We now move on to page 11, 18, fixing the rear swing arms to the body. Good, because I've been flapping around like a pain in the ass for ages. All the way through the arm, all the way through there, and then attaches to a nut, which is BB12. And then BB3. BB3 is just this little tiny. Flappy flap flap, flappy flap flap. Jobs are good. Next we move on to 11 drive shafts. Right, oh, that'll be these little puppies. Drive shaft, ball joint. Oh, stiff neck. Right. Then we need these little chestnuts.
You know what makes me scared at night. We can stay inside for days, but sometimes we stay out way too late. Ooh, we tell each other everything. The secret's so embarrassing. We couldn't tell nobody else. That's why we keep it to ourselves. BFFs for life. Feel so good inside. I'm yours and you're mine. Always there, always with you, yeah. You light up my days, make tears go away. Sun shines on my face when you're here, when you're with me, yeah. You and me and you in a teenage dream, living free, coming through like it's supposed to be. In a teenage dream, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. You and me and you in a teenage dream, having fun, being dumb like it's supposed to be. In a teenage dream, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh
Well, we cracked on, we got all the drive shafts done and the rear swing arms in. Next is to put the drive shafts in the front, get the swing arms on the front of the car. Then we've got ourselves a rolling chassis. There's one more chassis build video to come, and then after that we've got to cut out the body, paint it, spray it up, and we're done. Oh, got to put electronics in it as well. So there's one more chassis build video to come, which is part 3, and then the body building video and electronics will be part 4. Anyway, thanks very much. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.